here at 6 a.m. your time, very early on.
Not any trouble. I'm usually up around this time doing work anyway.
Okay, so a few things came together in order for me to invite you here. One was a win from you in the Crypto Wins channel, but a second thing was a recent interview with Brandon. He got in contact with you for me because you're a very busy person, so I'm very happy to have you on. What was that win about in the Wins channel?
So that particular win was account metrics for one of the accounts that I'm controlling right now. And it's difficult for me to get win metrics all the time because the profs have taught me to use professional tools in cryptocurrency. So a lot of the exchanges will have these wins that pop up, and they're kind of like casino wins in a way. They pop up and they give you this dopamine rush. But the professional tools that I use, they are the cumulative data of my total account over time. So I decided to post the last 30 days. I've had a 71% gain on my account in the past 30 days, and my win percentage on the trades that I take is 73% at the moment on that particular account. I was pretty happy about that.
Congratulations. How much of that would you attribute to what you learned through the real world?
100%. Literally everything that I know about trading, about cryptocurrency, about investing comes from the real world. Everything that I learned. I didn't even know you could make a contract for the difference in price before the real world. I had no idea people made money doing that. Didn't know it was a thing. Definitely didn't know that I'd be good at it.
Fair enough. When did you join? I'm guessing it was HU at the time.
That would be the first week of August in 2021.
So
there was around 2,000 people in the server. It was pretty small at the time.
How different is the real world now compared to what HU used to be?
It's gone through just the content alone, let alone the student body and the structure. It's had 4 or 5 different iterations in terms of the content that they teach, because they're getting better at it each time. And for every iteration, they need to redo the way that they deliver the message to the students, because it's not like the information is changing, but they get feedback from the student body and they go, oh, we should tweak this, this, and this. And then they change the information and they deliver it. And now it's one of the most professional. I would expect this kind of course to come from a university. I've been to university. This is what I would expect for an online course at a university at this level, especially for the investing masterclass and the trading masterclasses. It's the best material that you're going to find online, especially online. You won't get this kind of training unless you're in the real world, or you have a master's in finance and somebody is taking you through step by step.
What was your life like before you joined what was called HU at the time?
To actually divulge about my life, I used to do a lot of drugs. I used to be on a very destructive path in my life. I wasn't even sure if I really wanted to continue existing as a person, if you understand. And it isn't exactly like Tate by himself reached into my life, but it was the principles and the mindset that Tate was talking about, specifically online and when he was on YouTube still, that impacted me. It affected me to a point where I knew I could think like that. I knew I could emulate the things that he said and did, and it would be a lot of hard work. I would have to get off drugs, and that was one of the first things that I did while I was still in the real world, formerly Hustlers University, and that was hard because I did it by myself. And as they say, hustling in silence. I told nobody what I was doing. And it's still a struggle to this day. But as I said, I have a network of individuals who are all aiming in the right direction. So it's easy for me every day to come to the school, to come here to speak with gentlemen like yourself. And my mindset is instantly on the right things.
And before we end off, what advice would you have to people who are considering joining the real world?
If you're considering joining the real world, then obviously you need to understand what it is and research it. Look it up, look up the information for yourself and decide whether or not it's a good investment. And in my mind, this is a simple choice, but everybody has to make their own decisions and everybody has to live their own life. So for yourself, decide whether or not $50 a month or whatever the price may be in the future is worth the cost for you to improve your life, to improve your situation.
And if people want to find out more about you or contact you,
I'm in the real world.
so,
You can find me there.
well, Bear, again, really appreciate your time. Thank you for this interview. I look forward to doing a part 2 in maybe 6 months or so to see how you're doing.
That sounds like a lot of fun, man. This has been great. Thank you very much for your time as well.
Wish you all the best and till next time.
You too, brother.